Hey guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to give you guys my review for the Studio Series 86 Buzzworthy Bumblebee Kup. Yeah, that's a mouthful. But what this particular line is that they have made Target exclusive repaints for a lot of different figures, and they decided specifically for Kup that they were going to repaint this figure to be a little bit more cartoon accurate, a little bit more movie accurate, for Kup, and release him as a Target exclusive. So if you are still trying to find him, I'm going to let you guys know whether or not you should pick this guy up, or you should just say, you know, whatever, get whatever Kup you decide to do, because I don't think I actually reviewed the regular one, which I do have over there, and I'm going to do some comparisons with both of them. So without further ado, let's sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon, becoming a channel member, or purchase some merch on my spring store today. Alright, so taking a look at Kup overall, here is everything he comes with in the package. He has his Energon goodie, which is now a solid plastic. They changed the colors slightly for this particular figure. So if you're already familiar with the Studio Series 86 figure, there are a lot of changes and differences. And you can already see it with the face sculpt right there, is that his eyes are painted. And they've also painted the squiggly lines on his chest, which is a big thing, and also the squiggly lines in weird different places. It makes it a lot more cartoon accurate, which for a lot of people, that's what they wanted, you know, out of a Kup figure. And the colors do make a world of difference for him overall. And when I take out the regular Studio Series 86 figure, you'll be able to notice the differences. Of course, the figure itself comes with your standard posability, which you expect out of Studio Series and War for Cybertron, with the knee bends and the ankle tilt, which really help with his posability. But the biggest feature, of course, being the fact that his limbs can come apart and can be placed in different spots, or you could take a, you know, one of the battleizers and use it on his arms in particular. But I'm not going to do that for Kup in particular, because this figure is more meant to be Kup, and that's really the bottom line overall. And he comes with the background for the Battle of Autobot City. And in the box, when you take him out of the packaging, you're sitting there probably sitting to yourself wondering, hopefully, that they don't make it where you have to worry about the, you know, the parts and stuff like that. They actually use this background as one piece of cardboard, and they use a second piece of cardboard to use as your display stand, if you so desire. Now, for a lot of people overall, you're going to wonder whether or not you should buy this figure, especially if you already have the Studio Series 86 figure, which I have here. This is the standard release that you can still find in stores everywhere. And wow, you can already see the differences in the blues and the gray and all the different color paints. The gun itself is even molded in a different color. It's you can, if I bring up the two of them side by side next to each other, is really where you can see the differences. It seems that they did a better paint job for Kup's face on the new figure versus the old one. The old one has a lot of like, this is like the scratch marks on his crest was how he came out of the packaging. And I was so disappointed. I was like, well, where am I going to get a color to match that? And then they ended up releasing this one, which, by the way, I did not find this figure on the store shelf. It was actually a friend of mine down in Virginia. He was kind enough to find it for me and send it to me. So I was really happy about that. But man, it's just like such a world of difference just in the color scheme alone. And it's like some people are like, oh, I'll wait. I'll just get the Toy Hacks labels. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna stick with the new one. Maybe do something. Maybe I might do a custom on the old one. If maybe someone wants to print ahead for like Dion or something like that, I can actually like paint this guy up to be something different, because I'm not really feeling this one, especially after this release. And it's like, well, now you're double dipping on getting us another figure, but at the same time, I'm really pleased with the color scheme on him. And I know a lot of people are going to want to know the differences between this figure and other versions of Kup. You know, for instance, I have here, this is the Titans Return mold. Actually, this was Takara Legends Target Master Kup, where they retooled the head. And this one in particular, I've not really been a big fan of this one. It's like finally a better Kup with this figure, and it's like here they do so much, you know, a lot better with this one. I know some people don't care for this the flat chest, but at the end of the day, this figure really is a lot better than this one. And just for another comparison, here is G1 Kup. This is the Takara reissue Target Master. So, because my original childhood one that I still have is beaten to all get out, but you can see the differences, you know, just between the three of them overall. And I think what they were going for with this Kup, the regular Studio Series 86 Kup, was they were trying to like do this mix between movie accurate and toy accurate in colors. And you'll understand what I'm talking about when I show all four of them in vehicle mode. And for those familiar with the Battle of Autobot City, know that, you know, RC was using Hot Rod's gun as they were firing on Decepticons as they were retreating. Prime did it. He turned the tide. So this is a reenactment, of course, of that scene. Of course, we always have to reenact other sequences in the movie. We have Kup and Hot Rod facing off against one of the Sharkticons. And if you're familiar with what happened in the movie, the Sharkticon tried to eat Kup, and Kup ended up ripping off his tail, which does work here, and he bashed a few Sharkticons with it as well. And for more of his 86 cast, here is most of the rest of the Autobots of the movie. Of course, we have Studio Series 86 Wreck-Gar, RC, RodimusPrimal, Ultra Magnus, Springer, Blur, and this is Takara Legends Wheelie. I know a lot of folks usually ask which figure that is. Getting a good grasp of the scale of the figure so you know how he's going to look in your collection. All right, so moving on to transformation, we're going to get right into it. We're going to take the gun off, then pop these open, and then the backpack comes out like so. And once the shoulders are up, you are then able to pull the back of the front of the wheels out like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this the shoulders all together, and we're going to slide them down. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this shoulder slides this way while you're holding this part here, so you end up with the shoulders looking like so. And then the legs do this weird transformation. It's kind of like you fold them out a little bit like this, and then you tilt the inside of the legs here so that everything like kind of like comes together. It's just a weird transformation. Every time I've transformed him, I'm like, this is like so weird. But then the rest of the car itself is going to fold backwards like so. And this is actually a pretty cool idea for the transformation, the way that they did this. Take note that they painted on the inside here. This is something that the regular Studio Series 86 Kup figure did not do. And what you're going to do from here is get the roof of the car up. I think it's actually probably easier to do it this way. And get the legs out of the way, get the arms underneath. And the reason why you're going to do the arms like this is because the back section of the pickup truck comes down, and the pickup truck itself has to like the arms rest underneath the truck bed, which is kind of weird. But when you see it like when you actually see it like completed, it does make sense. At least it gives his arms a place to go. The original Kup figure, they actually went underneath his hood. They went underneath here. And so that's just kind of like the way that it does it. And then from here, what we're going to do, get that arm in there like so. Then you may end up making the truck bed, fold the feet in, and then the rest of the transformation is quite simple. This one section here completes the look of the Kup of the pickup truck. And bada bing, bada boom. there is Kup in his vehicle mode. And overall, I can already, like, just looking at this, is like so much better than previous versions of Kup for, you know, trying to get a more movie accurate or toy accurate, what have you. This looks like he came right out of the 1986 movie, which is awesome. And that's exactly what we wanted out of the 86 line. It's like, do you want a movie accurate Kup or do you want a toy accurate Kup? And for us, for a lot of fans, they wanted a toy accurate. I mean, they wanted a cartoon accurate Kup because that's who the line is supposed to be representing. And this does it a lot better. You can just see like the detailing on him with the truck bed and everything. And I know some folks are going to end up going for the Toy Hacks labels overall. I just may do so because I do want to cover up those hubcaps. I don't care for that. I also like the touch that they painted here in order to complete the back section of the vehicle. And you'll see here in a second here why you want to do it that way. And for further comparison, you can already see here, this is the Studio Series 86 Kup, the first version, versus the Target Exclusive. And man, you can really tell the difference in vehicle mode. The roof of the car, overall, just everything looks a lot better color-wise. And it's just subtle differences. You know, for some folks, it's minuscule. It really doesn't really like justify their cost for purchasing the figure again, but for me, seeing Kup that looks just this good really justifies it in that respect. But taking a closer look again, there is his G1 vehicle, and that's probably what they were going for. They were going for the fact that the back section of the vehicle is very much the same with this one. But I will say all three of them are certainly better than that Kup. The Titan's Return, Takara Legends mold just really doesn't do it as far as vehicle is concerned. Like, this Kup takes the cake as far as, you know, versions of Kup overall, gotta say. And of course, you can't have Kup not rolling into battle with Studio Series 86 Hot Rod. Of course, I do have Toy Hacks labels on him in addition to the paint that I did there on the roof of the car to complete his look. And I'll be honest with you, like, I might still get the Toy Hacks label set for Kup, and just use like select labels to give him like headlights and taillights and stuff like that. But other than that, like, seeing them side by side is just, it's awesome. And might as well, for one last size comparison, of course, we've got Kingdom RodimusPrimal with all the Toy Hacks labels on him, Takara Legends Wheelie, and RC is riding Wreck-Gar for fun. So that is the final comparison I wanted to give you guys. So if you guys are sitting here wondering whether or not you think you should double dip and get this particular figure or go out on the hunt, I honestly recommend him. I really do. Because, you know, I got the first Studio Series 86 Kup and I was really disappointed, and I was saying to myself, okay, what could I do to paint him? We have to do a couple of extra things and try to make this particular figure better. I know some people don't like the chest being very flat. I think once you see him in this particular color scheme, it makes a world of difference. It really fixes a lot of the detailing issue when it comes down to this figure. Because if I can't say that I recommend the first version. I say do what you can to try and hunt this one down, and if not, pick up the regular one and then get the Toy Hacks labels. Again, I still might actually get the Toy Hacks labels for him just to like get the little bit of extra detail in some small places, but I don't need like a complete set unless Toy Hacks like just comes out one for this one, and that would be, you know, perfectly fine. Because, and the only other issue I have also is that his limbs do come apart quite easily. One of his legs and one of his arms just seems to pop off quite a bit. But that's just a very minor nitpick that I can easily fix with a little bit of nail polish. And you guys know, I paint my figures. I go a little bit above and beyond to, like, you know, take the little bit of extra to try and make the figure better for my own self, you know? And whereas if, like, for me in particular, if the figure is not good, like, I'll tell you, like, I do like this figure. The transformation is not a pain. Like Kingdom Scorponok. Oh, I really should review that figure just to let you guys know how much I despise that figure. But This one, I didn't mind the figure overall. I just hated the color scheme for the regular one. And this one fixes all of those details. Again, I keep saying it. I can't stress it enough. You know, definitely recommend this figure. But I want to know what you guys think. Have you guys picked up this particular new Buzzworthy Bumblebee figure? Or are you satisfied with the other one? Or you're just skipping Kup overall? Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. I have another Transformers retrospective coming very, very soon. And as well as more content coming on the channel as well. So stay tuned for all of that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.